Okay, so here we are with another AUT video, and as you can tell from the title, I'm pretty sure that I found out the most mediocre evolve stand inside the game. Now, I recently made a video about GER, but there's a difference between this and GER. GER is just trash. This is only mediocre, and I'm going to be showing you multiple reasons as to why Soul is honestly mediocre. Now, I recently just recorded a whole entire video saying how I think that Soul is the worst evolve stand, or like basically the worst evolve stand inside AUT. But after PvPing with the stand, I realized it's not the worst. It's just inside the middle. There's nothing great about Soul, but there's also nothing really bad about Soul. It does have its downsides, but at the same time, I guess it has something to bring it up. I don't really know. So besides that, I might as well show you a quick showcase of the skills. So the first skill that you have is your E skill. It's a teleporting barrage where you do a barrage that does 38 damage. I might as well list the problem with this skill while I'm showcasing this. I'll say that for a whole nother section. So your second skill that you have is it's called Intangible Punch. After a pretty decent charge up, you do a punch that does 56.45 damage. It's pretty nice. So your T skill, Nuclear Fusion, I'm pretty sure that just only did 6 damage. As you can see, sometimes it does more, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know why it only did 6 damage just now, but yeah. After that, you have your F skill called Soul Star, where you go inside a star straight motion and it does 78 damage if you fully charge it. You can choose whether you want to charge it up or not. If you don't charge it up, it only does 68 damage. And your last skill for Soul is Teleport. So in total, Soul has 5 moves. Now, why do I think this is the most mediocre stand besides it only having 5 moves? Is because some of this, I'll just go down the list. So the first thing that I really want to say about Soul is that it has no combo potential. All you can really do with this stand is just spam barrage and jump into skills to just abuse your hyper armor. And by abusing your hyper armor, I mean, so let's say that this dummy was barraging or anything, I could charge up my R, jump into the barrage, and then do that. So that's pretty much what I mean by abusing your hyper armor. You have hyper armor on everything, if I'm correct. Yeah, everything. You literally have hyper armor on everything. So that's something really good for this stand. But besides that, there's no combo potential. The only combo you can really do with this stand is this, and that's if the barrage hits fully. That does 74 damage, and if you compare this to other evolve stands, even Golden Experience Requiem, this barely does any damage. If there was a way to choose between a teleporting barrage and just a regular barrage, I would literally just choose the regular barrage. The teleporting barrage is really not worth it. It's so bad. I feel like that's probably the main problem about this stand, because it's not like the teleporting barrage fully auto checks behind them and it hits them, like Tusk's teleporting barrage. It doesn't do that. People can move inside this teleporting barrage, and if they move out of the way of it, they simply just won't get hit by it anymore. Which, see, even if you move, but people can also use skills inside of it, so it doesn't really make sense to add up, which is a huge problem with this stand. Besides that, you're never gonna hit this skill on anybody unless A, they're guard broken, or they're doing a barrage and you charge it up before you jump into the barrage, which takes you back to what I was saying before, where jump in and abuse the hyper armor for all your skills. That is the only way I will ever see you hitting this skill. And for this T move, see right there, it did the full 36 damage, but sometimes it just stops and it doesn't do damage. It stops after the first initial damage, as you saw before when I was testing out on that dummy, and it only did 6 damage. It's so weird. And Soul Star, like I said, you could decide whether you want to charge this up or not, but keep in mind, the longer that you charge it up, the bigger the range gets, so it really pays off. And the range is not even that big. Oh my god, it's so bad. The range is actually terrible. So like I was saying before, the best way to use this skill is to bait out a barrage from your opponent and pray to God that you was charging this up before. So Oh, that's the stands dummy, but I might as well tell you what you can and what you can't block on this stand. So you can block everything except this. Yes, you can literally block everything on Soul except the heavy punch. Now the teleporting barrage for Soul, it does do half of their block bar, and that's pretty nice considering that the cooldown for the skill is like next to none. Let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A 6-second cooldown for a teleporting barrage. You know, and on regular tournaments that would be good if Soul's teleporting barrage always hit. So that's a problem with the stand. Like the skills, they just don't connect. That's really the main thing I'm trying to say. The skills don't connect, but you do have hyper armor. Now this stand looks so good when Infernazu and other people were using it, but now that I actually have it for myself, I'm realizing how mediocre it is. It's really a cool concept, but I really feel like it can just be done better. Just take away the teleporting barrage and let it be like a normal barrage that doesn't push back. Because then you could do combos like this, like then that. And sometimes that doesn't even work. So besides that, I guess I'll just 1v1 for the rest of the video and showcase off the stand. But if you want my opinion or my take on if you should get this, because it does take one of the most rarest items inside the game called the Tails of the Universe to get this stand, I'm letting you know right now, you should not get this stand. You really shouldn't. It's not worth the Tails of the Universe. So, like I said before, let me just hop into some 1v1s to show you how the stand plays off in PvP. Okay, so this is the first match, and let's just see how it goes. Now, used to that. See, there you go. The barrage barely hits. The barrage is so tricky. Like, bro, the barrage sucks. See, that's an example of abusing the hyper armor. I knew he was gonna do something, so I started charging up the fist. Me try to hit this. Is he gonna barrage me? Nope, he didn't barrage me. And then you have that skill. It's absolutely terrible, bro. It's so bad. Like, I'm telling you, this stand can, you see? It stopped doing damage after 23. We just teleporting barrage. As you can see, it still didn't connect. You see? Now this is one of the places where Soul looks nice, because you can just, like I said before, go up inside their barrage, knowing that they're gonna do it, and then abuse like the hyper armor for the stand. See, it stopped doing damage after 47. This stand, another abuse of hyper armor, and then I do this barrage to finish it off. So it works. You call me a hacker. It works, but it's literally like majority of the evolve stands. Besides this, you will absolutely dominate on your enemy. Just like for the word over heaven. Compared to Soul, you just shouldn't get it. Okay, so now he's using the word AU. 3, 2, 1, go. Soul doesn't have time stop resistance, so I do have to keep that in mind and try to do something before that. Bro, I'm telling you, I know right now the world AU is cracked. I made a video on it before. This stand is absolutely beautiful. It's such a good stand. But pretty much to play Soul, you just have to abuse the teleporting barrage. As you can see, it might even look like I'm spamming it. But that, like, this is really how you play Soul. Is he gonna stop time? Stop. Yeah, you're not gonna hit that skill on anybody regularly. Is he gonna do anything? Teleporting barrage. Like, do I get the gist of how to play this stand now? You just spam the teleporting barrage. How do you stop time so fast? Look at this. I could do that. You see? That's the abusing hyper armor. So it pays off for this stand. It pays off. Then you just spam this barrage again. And now what can I do to finish you off? Oh, M1. Let me see. GG. He said no. But that's pretty much how you have to play Soul. He said that, so B, I'm not gonna lie, it kinda is, but that's how you have to play Soul. So let me know your opinion slash take on the stand. For me, if you like, it's really not worth it. All of the other Evolve stands are just better. You can do better than getting Soul, but hey, thanks for watching this video. I appreciate you staying and listening to my opinion, even if you don't agree with me. I still appreciate you watching the video. And besides that, if you liked it, feel free to like and subscribe. If you didn't, then you don't have to do any of that. And I hope that you have a nice day.